it's Tina. Welcome to Saturday Morning Makes, everybody. All right, I'm finished with my makes for this morning, and I'm ready to show you all what I created. Can somebody tell him thank you? All right, it's that time. I want to kind of switch from making Christmas tags, and I decided it's time to put together some Christmas cards, right? So this is my first one out the gate for 2022. I really like the way that it turned out. So I've had this stamp, Peace, Love, and Joy, in my stash since 2013. This is a Hero Arts stamp. Okay. I just love the font on it, the simplicity of it. So many things you can do with this stamp. All right, so I created this card. This card is a 4x6 card in size. I went in and I used some of the Tim Holtz Ideology Craft Stock metallic paper. Love this paper. I went in with that and matted it, and then I did a second mat on top where I heat embossed Peace, Love, and Joy. I love the simplicity of this card, but I love the elegant fragrance that it gives off. I distressed this second layer with my distressing tool lightly, and I just like it. And then on the inside, I took some more cardstock and matted it. I distressed the edges, and then I used my tracing wheel. Let me show you. Can you all see? I did 3 lines vertical and 2 lines horizontal. And this is my card. I really like it. I used this, and I've had this, you all, for so long in my stash. This is a Stamps of Life Created for You stamp set. So I pulled that out, and I used this stamp right here so that I could sign and or initial the card. So this is my card. This is card number 1 for the season. Right, I'm gonna put that there. Then you all, you remember I showed you all this die in my Black Friday haul, and I came home and put it together that day. So this is the one that I made for just because I wanted to just get a feel of the die. Now let me say this about this die. I like this die because all of the pieces, the layering pieces, they fit to the T. It was like butter sliding them in. Those of you who are die cutters, sometimes you probably can verify what I'm finna say. Sometimes we buy dies that have the layered pieces. The layered pieces do not exactly fit in the spot where they're supposed to go. They may be off a little bit. That annoys me about a die. But I mean, what can we do, right? This die fits to the letter. I mean, everything just slides in so evenly and so smooth. I didn't have to do no tiny trimming or anything like that. I really, really like this die. All right, so let me show you my makes. These are my makes. Here's the first one. And this is going to be a little gift card. Well, not a gift card. This is a Wendy's Frosty tag. So every year, I love getting the Wendy's tags. You pay $2, and then whenever you go to Wendy's and do a purchase, you could purchase something as a fry, a cookie, whatever. You get a free junior size Frosty if you have this Frosty keychain. That is what it's called. And so I thought this mailbox would be so cute to deliver my Frosty keychains to a few people. All right. So here is the mailbox. I took a pancetta that I got from Hobby Lobby. And here's one of my gingers that I pulled out of the stash. I stuck him in. Right there is the Frosty keychain. I think this is going to be so, so adorable as a little gift. On the back, I do have room to write a message if I would like, or I could leave it plain. Now, what I did for this particular die is I cut it out twice, you all, because I like the smooth edges on the back. So I cut the die out twice. I've sandwiched it together from the back, but I left this part with no glue so that I could tuck the ginger and the keychain down in there. And I really, really like the way that they came out. All right, that's one style, and this was the other style. Got the keychain there, the Wendy's keychain still sticking there, can pull it out. I love, love, love the way that this turned out. All right. So I actually made 30 of these mailboxes. I'm not going to show them all, but I had fun, and that's how simple and easy it was to put this mailbox together. In love. I'm glad that I did go ahead and make this purchase, because at first I was like, Tina, you have too much postage. Postage stuff. You got too many mailboxes. This mailbox by far is my easiest mailbox to put together. And maybe one day I'll come in and share my other mailboxes that I have. All right? So that's that make. I had fun, and I put all 30 of these mailboxes together in one day. I cut them, put them together, and I watched a movie and a half, and I was done. Just to give you a time frame and how easy it was. All right, so I'm going to lay those to the side. Now, you all that rock with me know that I host Crafty Dares over on Instagram. And this week, we had to create a package, right? Yeah, a package. You had to create a package, something that you can, put a gift in. It could be any kind of packaging. Packaging, that's the word, not package, but packaging. It's been a long 2 days, y'all, because I can't sleep. So you have to excuse me. So let me show you, my packaging. This right here. And I did it like 2 o'clock this morning because I just had a rough week this week, and I did not get a chance to do my Crafty Dare before Friday, but it's here now. All right, so I took some bags that I found very inexpensive. I don't think $4 was too expensive. These are, let me move this. These are holiday DIY gift bags from Dollar General. And they were $4. And you got 8 bags in here. Nice, sturdy, quality bags, okay? I took the bag, and what I did was I used just some regular acrylic paint. I used this white paint, and I used this flag red, both apple barrel. All right, I used the paint, and I did some paint strokes on the front and the back of the bag because I wanted it to be a complete look. Okay. Then I went in with some of that shelf liner that you all know I love using. I went on top of it with a layer of eyelash trim. And then you all, I have a stash of K & Company ephemera. And I decided to pull that out and use it on my bags. All right. This is just a Tim Holtz label from one of his paper pads. And I took that Merry Christmas stamp that I just hauled from Black Friday, and I stamped Merry Christmas on there, and then I heat embossed it so it can have a little glare, a little shine, a little shimmer. Very simple. Then I went in with a few trims up here, and then I used this Stephanie Bernard's framelit and stamp set for these tags. And I heat embossed using those stamps that I just hauled on Black Friday. One says North Pole, and the other one is Santa's Post Office. And I heat embossed it with some white Martha embossing powder. I like the way that that bag came out. All right, I made a second bag. Basically the same technique, but on this one, I just used that Snow White acrylic paint. And I made paint strokes on both sides. And then I went in with the red flag acrylic paint and made splatters. I love the way that that turned out. All right, I went into one of these books that I have that I just use for random stuff, and I pulled out this green sheet out of that book, and then I just tore the edges, distressed them with some chalking ink, went in with the red flag acrylic paint and made splatters. And then on top of that layer, I put down some eyelash trim and another ephemera piece from the K & Company. Really, really love it. And then I use this Merry Christmas, which is also from that K & Company stash that I have. That's an acetate piece. I love the way that these bags came out. Once again, at the top, I used some various trims. And here is those two tags, North Pole and Santa's Post Office. I love it. Love, love, love. So these are the two packagings that I created for the Crafty Dares. All right. So these are my makes for today, you all. What do you think? I think these post box just came out absolutely adorable. I am in love with this die. Oh, and it cuts like butter. It just slides through. Pew, cut. I was able to cut 2, 3 at a time. It was nice. It's a nice die, right? Okay, so these are my Saturday morning makes. Tell me what you think. I really want to know your thoughts and opinions about these bags. Have you ever created your own bags? Well, I'll say, yeah, created, because I made my own style with this bag. This was a good bargain over at Dollar General if you like to do that. Now, I already have some ideas of what else I can use these bags for, because this is some good brown paper. It's thick, it's luscious, and it's sturdy. And so I'm going to deconstruct a few of these bags because I have another project in mind. So it's a lot of things that you can do with them is the point that I'm trying to make. If that makes sense. All right. Okay. That's enough of Tina. I enjoyed my time doing my Saturday morning makes this morning. Started about 1 o'clock, I think it was, about 1 o'clock. And then I went and had me a little bowl of cereal. You know, I was doing other things as well after I finished completing these, but it did not take me long at all. The process for my 2 bags here was like 40 minutes. It took me to basically put these together. And that's what started from zero, from nothing. So I had to stamp and emboss my tags. I had to cut my tags out because they were not cut out. Then I did my paint, let it dry. So it was not a long process for this. And 45 minutes is really stretching it, because if I would have went straight through, not been watching a movie, stopping and looking, going to get water, I could have put these bags together in about 30 minutes or less. All right. Love, love, love. And the adhesive that I used for my bags was hot glue gun. That's all I used. Hot glue gun. So when you're doing a lot of makes, I just want to share, a hot glue gun is inexpensive when it comes to adhesive, and you can use it dimensionally as well. And I've talked about that several times on a lot of my videos. So, this is the Crafty holiday season. You want to go the most inexpensive way that you can. At least I do. So, yeah, hot glue gun is what I use to put my bags together. All right, till next time, you all stay blessed, keep crafting. Listen, if you want to know and see everybody's make from today's Saturday morning makes, go ahead and into that search engine and put hashtag #SatMornMakes here on YouTube and over on Instagram. And everybody that posts today, their videos will come up. Go and show them some love and see what they're creating. It's lots and lots of ideas out here. So if you stuck, but you want to craft, hit that search engine. You can get some ideas, and then you take the idea and make it your own. Till next time, family, I love you. Praying for you. Keep praying for me. I'll see you all on the next video. Everybody say hey to Jill. Jill Norwood is our host every Saturday here on the YT and over on Instagram. Y'all be blessed.